Um, my name is Casandra Myers. Most people call me Candy, so nice to meet you. I am a deputy's wife. There are many things that title means. That means I don't have them there for most holidays. I don't have them there for most birthdays or anniversaries, which means the ones that we do get, we cherish that much more. Sometimes he comes home during his shift for dinner, which he doesn't do until I tell him it's ready because he wants to make sure he has a chance to eat it. Sometimes he sits down for said dinner only to have his radio go off and he has to rush out the door again without eating. It means making plans on his days off and getting them changed because his work phone rings and he has to go to work. It means hearing the same phone ring at all times of the day and wondering if it's only for advice, if it's dispatch passing him through an RP, or if it means he's gone again. It means when we go out to eat, we let him pick the table because we're going to sit at because he has to have his back to the wall and he has to be able to have a direct line of sight to all entryways. It means driving down the road and hearing, like my daughter said, no tag light, no turn signal, that wasn't a complete stop, or they just blew the red light, etc. and so on. It also means watching cop shows and telling him to just watch the show, because inevitably, he says things like, well, wouldn't you already have had a round in the chamber? Or, hey, watch the crossfire, or cry, because we can always get fingerprints back in an hour. That means knowing that he isn't going to get the day off because it has fallen on the day that he has court. Of course, he says it should only be a couple hours, but we all know it's going to turn into an all-day shift. It means knowing that his shift is supposed to end at a certain time, but never expecting that to be the end of his actual shift. It means waking up at 3 a.m., expecting him to be home, only to find out that he hasn't gotten there yet. It means worrying that what has happened to keep him out. It means rushing to the scanner to turn it on to possibly hear what's going on. It means knowing that I really shouldn't call him because he probably can't answer the phone. It means lonely nights, sleeping alone in a queen-size bed. It means worrying every time he walks out the door that he could become one of those officers killed in the line of duty. But it also means that I know he's out protecting me, my family, and our community. It means I know he's doing everything he can to make our areas a safer place to live. It means someone who has been in an accident can rely on him getting there to offer help until the ambulance can arrive. It means having to see unimaginable horrors that nobody else should ever have to see. It doesn't mean that I never get upset, and it doesn't mean that I never miss him. But I remind him when I do get upset to just let me have a little pity party, and then I will get over it. There doesn't need to be arguments or somebody sleeping on the couch. I'm not angry with him or even the job. I'm just upset with the situation. I'm human, and it's going to happen. It means putting my faith in my Father to know that he will get me through all of my times of worry. That's said in Psalms 56:3, when I am afraid, I put my trust in you. I do consider being the wife of a police officer a privilege. I am married to a man who would do anything for not only myself and our family, but also for our community and anybody else he comes upon that needs help. He has dedicated his life to helping others. Problem is nowadays people don't look at the police as help. They are ridiculed and persecuted, and it truly breaks my heart. I know my husband is a good, honest, and God-fearing man. But when something happens where there's possibility of him using his power to say keep his children out of trouble, which he would never do, the first thing the public does is accuse him of taking care of it. They forget that he was the one who tried everything he could to help them when they had been robbed or beaten or shot at. They forget how great of a man he truly is. They forget that when the men and women of law enforcement take their oath, it is to uphold the law. It doesn't say except for family and friends. And they forget that the majority of the officers mean it when they take that oath. I am proud of my men in blue. I love my husband and what he does. I love that I now have a much bigger family than I had before he became a deputy. All of the lonely nights, missed holidays, birthdays, and anniversaries are truly worth it, because I know that God has brought him to do what he was meant to do. And that is made clear in Scripture. In Matthew 5:9, blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. And in John 15:13, greater love has no man than this, that he who lays down his life for his friends. To all of you officers here today, and the ones who couldn't make it, stand courageous. You are appreciated and recognized for the good you accomplished and the hurdles you overcome. May God spread his garment of protection and peace around you and fan the flames of hope within.
Thank you both very much. I love that woman. She said she's not a public speaker, and she's not. She's never done anything like this that I know of since she was probably in school. She threw this together. She decided she needed to do this, and to me, I think it turned out amazing.